I have the wrong glasses on. Maybe these will be better. And here, I'm gonna. All right. So the reason I just did that was because here, I haven't looked lately. Oh, my door's open. I haven't looked lately, but I got my eyes dilated today at the eye doctor, and so I want to see how it looked. So good evening, good evening. There we go. Hopefully, I've got the font where I can see it. So as you're tuning in, just the first few people, if you can see and hear me, please let me know. If you can't see or hear me, also please let me know. That would be helpful. What else do we get going on here? What's that? Oh yeah, I just got a notification that I'm on live on YouTube, so maybe you got that too. Oh, I don't have much in the way of something to hydrate with, but that's okay. I've hydrated today. I will hydrate. Ugh, yeah. I'm telling you, as little Edie would say. So good evening, folks. I hope you can see and hear me. Beth, Destination Declutter, Decluttering Life Coach at your service. I'm going to check the chat here. Let me see if that's working. This is the chat. There we go. I'm here. Hi, I can see and hear you. Thank you. There was a delay. Hey, Kara, nice to see you. Christine, nice to see you. We got some crowns, people wearing crowns in the thing. Mary Lou, nice to see you as well. There we go. Jeanette, I made it. I set my alarm this time. Michelle, nice to see you. So notice that there are tools we can use to increase the likelihood that we get something done that we want to get done. Doesn't matter. The memory, the human brain and its memory function is not the only way to remember to do something. You can be prompting that you might need a reminder because there's a lot of stuff going on, right? I literally just got off of a phone call, an impromptu phone call with a friend who was saying, hey, a friend of ours is coming in from Hawaii. Do you want to meet in New York City? To which I said, of course. Lori Hannah, nice to see you. Love a time that is West Coast friendly. Yeah, you know what? I know I don't do them as much as I could with my coaching schedule and my own circadian rhythms, but I appreciate you guys letting me know how important it is, because that way I will continue to do so. The other thing too, you guys, check it out. After this TikTok live, this YouTube live, I have an email going out. And it was originally, I had toyed with the idea of it just going to the Pen Pal Club. And I said, why gatekeep? I think this is going to be really fun. And it's at a West Coast friendly time. So I'll give you the preview. Okay. Next Thursday, October 30th, 8 p.m. Eastern, we're going to have a costume party on Zoom. Now, you don't need to dress up in a costume at all. The costume will be bringing a piece of clothing. You can wear it. You don't have to wear it, but finding a piece of clothing that is in your kind of clutter collection that you don't wear, but still you're struggling to get rid of it. Like you're not wearing it, but you're not also kind of handing it along, and writing down the story and showing off the thing and telling the story to help you decide kind of what you can do with it. So the email with all the info about that is going to go out as soon as this YouTube live is done. And the Zoom invite is going to be on the secret page. But I figured since you guys are showing up to this live YouTube tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday, I'm trying to use my brain, Wednesday, October 22nd, I figured you guys get first dibs, okay? Now, I love it. Barb Wills-Dean says, I use Alexa for intermittent alarms to keep me productive. Love it. Yay, Kara. Kara promised herself that she would have a report from 8 a.m. this morning of the things she did today to get herself out of the fear of eBay. So Kara is reporting live from somewhere in Massachusetts in a really cool mid-century home. This just in. Oh, where's my note? Well, here's my update. Spent 10 to 5 with my parents, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. So I sat down, watched Real Housewives of SLC, and I'm doing eBay research. I did sell one thing and shipped three, and you're tired. All of that is fabulous news. Fabulous news. I love that you are taking care of the people in your life, even when they can be nudgy. I love that you are taking care of yourself by doing whatever the F you want, including sitting down, watching something mind rotting, and noticing that you're tired and doing something anyway. So, yeah, don't expect yourself to do too much, okay? I was on a one on one coaching call with a client today who was beating herself up and then being surprised why she thought that decluttering was hell, you know? Now I love this. Therapy gal Sue is loon to do hi here for 20 minutes until dinner. My plan is finish daily steps to declutter my to-do list. I love it. Hey, Kara I did update my selling template on eBay and have been looking around eBay. Tomorrow, that will be my day. I did make a good TikTok this morning. Yes, and also even those baby steps, I love it. Leslie says, update from Connecticut. This just in, Connecticut. I feel like I'm almost War of the Worldsing it. You know, that's a big thing in our house for Halloween next week. This just in, the Mercury radio broadcast, Connect worked all day, decluttered 10 items of clothing, cortisone shots in knees. Ouch, but yay, hopefully. Confirmed info for upcoming cruise. Awesome. Good stuff. My update is this. My eBay update, as I promised, was going to be the following. I reactivated my eBay page. I also looked at the link that I had saved where somebody had sold the item that I am interested in selling. It was out of date. It didn't even exist anymore, but I grabbed their description of this thing so I could look it up, and I favorited a few things of the thing and noticed a price range. The price range, if I sell it, would be some nice nickels. And the other thing I did was actually find the item and bring it out and put it right over here that I'm selling. So did I sell it? Did I do all the steps? No. Did I do some of the steps? Yes. And I did not expect to spend as long as I did at the eye doctor today. It was surprisingly a long report, but it was all good. And so when I came home, not only were my eyes dilated like a Margaret Keane painting, but I was feeling kind of tired as well because I was driving with my eyes wide open. Driving with my eyes wide open. It sounds like a lyric in a song. All right. Yay. I love this. Yay. Today was all about fear, inspired by this morning's live. And Leslie is saying, intending the morning TikTok helped me set my intentions. I intend to do these things. Yeah. Patty M, update. Only decluttered 2 areas in my bedroom and stopped. Did overwhelm myself. Here, you know what, Patty M? If I could edit your thing, I would omit the only. Don't put the only in there. I decluttered 2 areas in my bedroom and stopped to not overwhelm myself. Oh my God, Kara, I wasn't even reading. I feel like I'm yelling. I apologize. I'm just kind of energized by the communication. Yeah, you decluttered 2 areas. Let's zhuzh up the way you're talking to yourself. Only is not like a good, like it can make you feel bad about stuff. Okay. You rock. You decluttered 2 areas. You stopped before you overwhelmed yourself. That is excellent work. That is just the right thing to do. Yay, Patty. Okay. Catch yourself. If you don't catch yourself, we lovingly will. Okay. And you're here. You did all that and you're showing up, hanging out with your pals. This is cool stuff, people. Good stuff. Every little bit helps, no matter how small. None of this, I only did that. Only the lonely. Only, I don't know. I can't even think of a good time we might use that in decluttering. Maybe I only have 2 more rooms to go. Means it's a small kind of minuscule thing. You did good work. Learn to accept it. Yeah, okay, and there you go, and picking up sick darling daughter from college. Aw, what a good mom you are. Very cool. Yeah, I did not get done as much stuff as I wanted to because of my eyes and I was tired. Um, but I did get good stuff done. I started some of the processes that I haven't completed, but starting it means I'm further along than at the beginning. Um, this is a funny thing. A couple of weeks ago, I think Erin was on one of the lives, and she was frustrated by having to do her expense reports. And I thought of her tonight because I am doing a semblance of an expense report because when I was traveling with my friends in the Azores, I was the one who said, "Do you want me to put this on my credit card? And then when we get home, we can divide it into three once it hits in US dollars." And they were like, fine. So I'm literally going through receipts and credit card statements online to see what has hit so I can get my money back. Now, is that necessarily fun work? No. But sometimes the unfun work ends up getting some money back, right? Kind of like Karen and I were talking about eBay. Doing some of these steps is not necessarily um, thrilling on their own, but that's when you focus on the end result. If I just do these little things, I will get some money. And what can I do with that money? I can put it towards a trip, you know? So, yay for all the good stuff. This is the kind of thing, if you are the kind of person, which maybe if you've coached with me, you've got your book, you've got your roadmap book, writing down the good things. Yep, I will put down on mine 8 p.m. TikTok live, 8 p.m., excuse me, YouTube live. I will also put worked on receipts. I'm writing it down right now. And then I will put an asterisk next to the unexpected delights. Unexpected delights. Here's a fun thing I want to share with you, this concept of structure and flexibility. Structure and flexibility to me is the chef's kiss of getting stuff done and doing it in a way that you have some flexibility so you can say yes to unexpected opportunities that you want to say yes to. So I'm going to say call with Kate, spy in NYC. So good stuff. When you're too structured, you can feel rigid and unmoving, and you may say no to something cool because you are too attached rigidly to um, a plan. Now, some plans can't be changed, or some plans, if you try to change them, are a lot more stuck than others. But wherever you can, please have a sense of flexibility. Here's the phrase I used with one of my clients today. I made the plan, so I can change the plan. I planned on doing some things today. I planned on being further along in some projects today. I planned on being further along, but I'm not, and that's okay. You know, she was saying this client I was working with was like, yeah, our backseat driver's like, ha, you didn't get everything done. And you know what I say? I turned to that backseat driver. I'm like, you're right. I didn't. You're not going to make me feel bad about it. Having flexibility means no big deal. I started it. I will do it tomorrow. And it's different from saying mañana and not really meaning it, unless, of course, you're singing a Peggy Lee song. Okay. But have some fun, have some flexibility. That's what life is all about. Think of a tree. A tree is rigid at a certain point, but man, does it need to flex in the wind? Think about, I was just talking about New York City. Think about those really tall buildings. If they are built too stiff, they will break. That humongous skyscraper that they have, that's like the tallest one out there, like has floors that have nothing but places for air to go through it. And even then, it kind of moves back and forth. That must be unsettling. But think about that. Tomorrow, for example, relish what you did today, savor it, delight in it, marinate in it. I don't know why I'm thinking of all these food terms. Maybe I'm hungry. I'll have a little something something before I go to bed. Savor it, delight, revel in the good stuff you did, marinate in it. Start to feel how good it feels, because that feeling is the feeling you want to recall. You want to have that feeling. So let's, turn up the fun. Let's turn up that feeling. And also know that you can have that flexibility. Look at tomorrow, turn the page and see what you've planned for tomorrow. If you haven't been flexible in it, where can you add some flexibility? Now, I love it. Leslie says puttering and decluttering. I love that phrase. I love a good rhyme. Puttering and decluttering the day's surface clutter. So I wake up to a clear kitchen surfaces. Yeah. So here's the funny thing. I am doing that too. And it has been a shift for me, because I am currently the only person in the house. Not that anybody's going to cut. The doors are locked. Do not worry. Sometimes I have let things go because, well, it's just me. It's only me. My husband's not here. Nobody's coming over. I realized how much I like it when there are no dishes in the sink. I realize how easy it is for me to, after I finish my bowl of whatever I made for lunch, to, instead of just sit it there and then everything gets crusty, do a little rinse off, because I do rinse my dishes before I put them in the dishwasher. That's just how I'm wired. And then I put them in the dishwasher. And then I delight in seeing a sink that does not have dishes in it, both tonight and when I wake up in the morning. So yay for the puttering and decluttering, the tidying up for yourself when you wake up tomorrow morning. What do you want to see? Now, I will admit, will some of this stuff right here be where it is when I leave it, because I shut the light off and I go in the bed because I'm tired and I want to just chill? Yeah, again, and that's okay. The only person making the rules in my house is me. Hey, Sea Chapel, hope you're having a great night. Yeah, I hope you are too. You're the one who is making the rules. So you are the one who can modify the rules. You can break the rules. You can create new ones. Isn't that great? The power you have. Use it for good. Use the power in your brain to make yourself feel good, not to make yourself feel bad. Because the power in your brain are the words that come unbidden, that you like, you keep them. The words that come that you don't like, you can stop them and rewrite them and say some other words, Oh, funny. I don't even know. We all have different noms de plume, don't we? Oh, my dear mercy, that's not my correct login. Who can it be? Everybody, we've got a mystery guest. Who's the mystery guest? Who's behind door number 1? Right? There we go. It does sound like Carla Dane with the y'all and the dear mercy. You never know. You never know. It's all good, but it does sound like Carla Jane. If so, I'll get my actual microphone. Hey, pretty lady, I'll be back to pick you up later. As opposed to just singing into my pen as I do as a kid. Couple of things too. I just glanced over here. As a reminder, I apologize for the West Coasters. It sounds kind of like a cool band name, doesn't it? Sounds like you'd be singing 4-part harmony around like a trash can, with flames coming out of it. We do have the final decluttering party of October is this coming Friday. And so it's Friday at 9 a.m. And I will be putting some more YouTube lives and TikTok lives on the schedule for next week, but I need to schedule a doctor's appointment and I want to make sure it's just fine. I want to make sure I have more availability in my calendar to say yes to that, and then I can schedule these around it. Excuse me. Again, that's something that I will do today. All right. Judy Dukes. Judy Dukes, nice to see you. Spent the day running errands. 2 bags to the thrift stores, 2 bags of clothes, 2 and 2. It's kind of like Chuck Woolery. What was that? Love Connection? We'll be back in 2 and 2. 2 bags of clothes to the school, 1 bag to the auction online site, 2 plates full of cookies, and friends. Checked all off the list. Now I also feel like the count. 2. 1 or the licking of the Tootsie Pops. 1, a 2, a 3. Yay, Judy Dukes. Check you out. Crossing that stuff off your list, checking it off. You are a house of fire. I hope you're feeling good about that. Not every day is going to be a day that's chock-a-block full of good things, like getting shit done like that. So celebrate it. Also celebrate the days where you get half the amount done. Celebrate the moments of your life. Celebrate every day. Find a reason to celebrate every day. I woke up today. I didn't have a migraine. All of my friends are still alive. I have less stuff in my house than I did since before I started following Beth on Destination Decluttered. The things you look for, you will find. You will find plenty of things to make you feel horrible. Use that same Nancy Drew spyglass, what do you call that? Magnifying glass of yours to look for the good stuff and magnify the good stuff. Make it bigger. Make it more important. Okay? It does take practice. It's not the way we are organically wired. So you do have to do a little something. It isn't something that naturally comes naturally. Naturally comes naturally. Can you tell it's in the evening? And this is where my brain starts to go, but I do okay. Here, actually, I'm going to talk text my friend here. I just saw that too, comma. I will think about it as well. See, so we're just talking about that weekend in New York. Weekend in New York. I forget what I was going to say. It's all good though. I think I was talking about how we as humans are wired to look for danger because danger could mean pain and pain can mean death. So we're always on the lookout for the bad stuff so we can stop it before it kills us. I mean, really, it does get back to that. Yeah. So yay, Judy Dukes. Having a rough couple of weeks, not so fun, but you drove through the rumbly part of the road. And now it felt great to be able to get out and do things. So yay, delight, revel in, chew, masticate, savor, whatever. Remember those things. Yay, save. I guess remember the moments of your life, you know? Yeah. Sorry, wanted to get back to my friend because we're trying to make the travels or travel plans on the fly. And yeah, it is good to try. No, not every plan will work. Yeah. All right. Alejandro will be working for home tomorrow. Looking forward to all I can get done. Yay. Good. And you don't have to get it all done. Whatever you get done is the right amount for you to get done for that day. Isn't that a nice way to think about it? Whatever I got done today was the right amount for me. That was the amount I was supposed to get done for today. I wasn't supposed to get it all done, but I did get what I got done. And that can feel good. Choose to say the things to make you feel good. Oh, hey, Kara changed her eBay profile pic. I love it. Kara, put your eBay link in the comments so we can see it and we can follow you or whatever. Danielle says, I just realized I made coffee this morning on top of yesterday's filter. It's been a day. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, it can be a day. Isn't it funny? And to be able to laugh at yourself, you know, being able to laugh at anybody. Laughter is power. Laughter is power. Okay? Now, all right. Too much for me to look at, but I've got it right now. I'm going to write that down. Mod stuff. Love it. I have been Mod Betty. I think I have an asterisk in between the Mod and the Betty. I've been Mod Betty for decades now at this point. Yeah. Ooh, this is a good one. Wendy says, I am using wish list instead of to-do list, trying to feel better about not overdoing it and being happy with what I get done. Here's a fun thing. I love that you can shift the ideas because I have started to use, I have subtly changed something I do, so I'll share it with you guys too. I am not going to call it a deadline. Dead. Okay. I am calling it a due date. And it can be DUE, like a library book has a due date. And you can renew the due date if it takes you longer to read it. Or it can be a due date, like a DO date, like do it by this day. Yeah. To-do list to to-do list. I can do list. I can do it if I want list, my edge versus do this. The other thing too is really fun is think about this. I was doing this with a client today. Your trusty notebook. And I think we did this too when we did one of the trainings of the using the notebook, which I think I might do too. Here, you know what? I'm just getting ideas all over the place. I got to write this down, which would be to share links of, what do you call it? Trainings that I'll know what I'm talking about. What I mean by this is learn to not overwhelm yourself. Learn to not overwhelm yourself with a big list. Create a big list, yeah, but consider that almost like your inventory in the stock room. And you don't put all the inventory out. You can pull pieces out of that list and put them on your calendar as you see fit. You will be chunking down the big list. Sometimes it can be beneficial, as I was saying, and I think Carla, nice to see you. Yeah. And writing your big list in the back of your book. You know where it will be, but it's not in your face all the time. And then you can refer to that. And then you can decide from that what you put on today. Yeah. Uh-huh. There we go, Carla Jane. I'm the one who made the schedule so I can change it. Isn't that good stuff? Good stuff, Carla Jane. And technology has been giving everybody a little bit of a nudge this week with the whole things going out, the Amazon servers and stuff. This is the reason, you guys, seriously, this is the reason it's so good we have the email mailing list. Because even if some of these platforms that we use could go dark in a minute or could turn really evil and we don't want to be associated with it, we have a way of staying in touch with each other. And that is the declutter parties. That is the email list. No matter, even the subset of the pen pal club can stay in touch with each other. But as long as I'm there, we've got the whole list. And I did the thing I promised I said I would, which is I wrote and I scheduled the email for the costume party. I did decide that the Destination Decluttered costume party is going to be for everybody on the list. It didn't feel in alignment to gatekeep that just for the pen pal club. But the pen pal club, you can have your own, Yeah. So think of the ways you can change the words in your head The things you used to describe it. Notice we did that already. We're like English majors, or we're like little editors with little red pens. We cross out the only to remind Patty that she didn't just only declutter 2 rooms, she decluttered 2 rooms. She turned a question mark into a period. I don't know how to do it. Now I know how to do it, period. You can rewrite the sentence. I don't like the word to-do list. Doesn't make me feel good. I can change it with my magic pen into something else. You know? Yeah, less pressure, but still the sense of accomplishment when it's finished. Yeah, pressure works for some people. It doesn't work for everybody. Pressure turns whatever carbon into diamonds, but it can also crush your soul, swallow your soul. All right? The pressure creates overwhelm was real for me. Chunking it down and putting it into smaller spaces. Yes, you can have your big list in the back and then just pull a chunk out and put it on a day where you feel like you can do it. And when you feel like you can do it, you can do it. Yeah, it was looking like at a mountain I wasn't feeling equipped to climb. Smaller portions helped me feel accomplished when I could check it off and complete it. I love it. Yeah. Yes, Carla Jane, we talked about a Zoom party. I would like to know how to facilitate that. Can you help me with that? I can 100%. You know? Yeah. I can 100%. Is anybody else interested in knowing how to schedule a Zoom call with people? It is so easy, but anything is easy if you know how to do it, and anything can be kind of scary if you don't know how to do it. I'm happy to do a Zoom call and walk you through how to do a Zoom call. So, Carla Jane, we can do that. Maybe for the Pen Pal Club, I can throw it out there for people. Just let me know. Yeah. And everybody. Hey, that's funny. Kara says, I looked you up and see someone selling one of your books for $79. Well, as my dad used to say when we went out to Brimfield, just because they're asking it doesn't mean they're going to get it. And please, I got boxes of them right here, people. Just get in touch with the OG source, okay? Hey, points for trying. Points for trying. If they get $79 for it, good on them. I'm not doing it. I actually have started to leave copies of my my I get confused when I get tired. My Philadelphia book. I did a retro roadmap, Maud Betty's retro roadmap book of Philadelphia. It's almost like it's 8 years old now, 7, 8 years old. Sadly, a lot of the places I wrote about, some of them are still there, but many of them are no longer there, or they've changed. So what I've started to do, which is fun for me, is I will leave copies of that guide to Philadelphia. There is a little free library in the Philly airport. So anytime I'm flying somewhere, I put a couple of copies of those books into the little free library, and they're always gone when I go to put another one in there. Okay, Judy Dukes, you'd like to know how to set up a Zoom party? Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to write that down. I'll put it, see, I'm started list in the back. I'm even going to put mine in the front right here because I don't overwhelm myself as much as I used to. Okay. Do a call for who wants to learn how to Zoom. And I will put Carla and Judy said they were interested in especially. Okay? Yes. And yeah, Leslie, I love it. It's also high time women took credit for taking care of themselves. That is a necessity. That is not a luxury. Yeah. The people who say self-care is a luxury are the people who want you to continue taking care of them. They don't want you to decrease your time with them in order to take care of yourself. I mean, it's a racket. I truly hope that we as a generation are showing the generations that are younger than us how to do things differently, because it is so important to take care of your physical health, your mental health, all those things, and not just be a caretaker for others. It is a necessity. You have every right to do that. There will be other people. There will be many people to tell you you're wrong. Danielle says you have the best robes. Thank you. You know what? I totally forgot I was putting this on. It felt like a robe kind of day. I got back from the eye doctor, and I also realized, oh, the weather is changing. It is no longer sandal weather, it is sock weather. It is no longer short sleeve black t-shirt, it is long sleeve black t-shirt. It is no longer my cotton robe, it is my fuzzy leopard skin robe. And now it's going to be my heavier pair of yoga pants versus my summer yoga pants. Yeah. Aw. Hey, Melissa. Oh my gosh, you had your visit. I know it went well. I know it went well, Melissa. Yay. Danielle, thank you. And yes, Danielle and Carla says, y'all, we had our Zoom private coaching today. Yes, we did, Carla Jane. Let me please express to you, it is life changing, and I consider that my self care. Thank you. I think it is important to take care of yourself too. You know, um, that's why I cut myself slack all the time. And I will take care of myself tonight. I'm going to leave this stuff the way it is. I'll go grab myself a little something, something. Um, okay, I love this lady bandit. Taking care of business every day, taking care of business every way, right? I sent my doctor an email today to tell him I want to discontinue one of my medications. It was making me feel yucky. Okay, and everybody here, heads up. Make sure that you have the right people taking care of you. I feel a bit like an old person today. Did I already tell you the story of the fact that I scheduled cataract surgery the same week my husband has a colonoscopy? If that does not sound like we're 95 years old, I don't know what. But here's the deal. We are taking care of our younger selves as opposed to pushing it off and ignoring it and saying, it's fine, I'll do it later. Okay? The reason I bring this up is even at whatever age you are, start to create your care team. Start to collect the caretakers that are good. Okay? What do I mean by that? Is I have heard, I am lucky because I really like my doctor. She likes me. We get along well. I will never forget going to a doctor. Man, I could wish I could remember his name. And he just gave me the heebie jeebies. I'm sure I must have done so. Regardless, make sure. And what I was going to say was, I'm pretty sure I must have reported him or something because I did not like him. Make sure you are decluttering your care team and getting rid of people who aren't supporting you, because I've heard of doctors being very negative about things and trying to be the boss and not listening to their clients, their patients. Make sure that your doctor listens to you. And if your doctor does not listen to you, find a doctor that does. Do not be afraid to change doctors. Okay? Yeah. All right, Kara. All right, old people talk. Okay, people, it's old people talk. My hernia surgery is December 2nd. One of the reasons I'm pushing through listing the jewelry. Yeah. Yay, Lady Bandit, for letting me know that. My husband just had cataract surgery and he is thrilled with the results. I love that too. Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about it. What I did hear though, and this was a good thing, this is another thing kind of decluttering, is changing the dynamic of things. My mother pushed off having her cataract surgery and wishes she had done it earlier. As I read back the text that I screenshotted with like our family history of eye problems, I realized that she was around my age when she started to notice it, but she avoided it and she pushed it off and pushed it off. She wished she had started earlier. So that's why I'm starting earlier. Yay. Wonderful. Melissa's doing a kidney scan on the 30th. Fun times. If you don't have your physical health, if you don't have your nervous system health, everything else is so much harder. Okay? Everything is so much harder. Melissa, the sign over here, okay, that says happiness. Okay. And then the sign with the little petals on it, that almost looks like the peacock when NBC went to color, right? That is actually a hex sign. It doesn't mean I'm throwing a hex on you. It's a Pennsylvania Dutch thing. And I thought it was kind of, I live right outside of Lancaster, PA. And so there's a lot of PA Dutch, Amish type people. And that one to me was kind of kind of Pennsylvania Dutch, but also a little bit pop art. So I like it because of the colors. So that's what that is. I'm sure I could look it up on like Jacob Zook or something to find out what it means. I know it means something good. It probably means prosperity or something like that. But that's what that is. Yeah. Funny thing is, I will share with you guys is my brain, I'm left-handed, so I have to do things like I often have to think of what's right and left-handed first. But when I do my YouTube lives, my hand jibe is different. When I do my TikTok lives, it's mirrored. So like the happiness sign is backwards. And so I'm used to pointing to different things. So sometimes I look like I'm doing like Vodiodo, right? So, yay, Danielle says, I see a naturopathic doctor now and he is amazing. You are so right. Yeah. Yep. Judy says, Kara, I'm glad you got it scheduled. Seemed like a long wait. Thank you for, aw, yay for people checking in with each other. Use that pen pal list. If you're not on it and you want to be on it, send me an email. I'll put you on it. It's good to have friends. It's pen pals, people. It's pen pals. Remember back in the day, you used to have a pen pal. And it's nice to know people are caring about you. Good stuff. I love that. I love this organic sense of community that is built up. And guess what? If we didn't have clutter, meant none of us would be connected. So how cool is it? Yay for clutter, right? Now, I will say, yeah, my eyes are getting a little bit on the dry side. It's all right. I'm not going to put my eye drops in right now. I'd look like I'm crying. Ah. But take care of yourself. I even did this when I was on the phone yesterday with my sister. I said, okay, I'm 5 years older than you. What have I learned in these last 5 years that I could hand down to you as wisdom? So I shared with her our journey with my eyes, and I sent her the screenshot of what our mother said about our grandmother and great grandmother and her eyes. So we have that family history. So then my sister, like I'm a dead end. I have no kids, but my sister now can tell her kids about eye problems in the family. You know? I love it. Lady Bandit says, my grandmother had her cataract surgery and got a new carpet, new drapes, and a new sofa afterwards because she's like, oh my God, this stuff, I can see so much better. Right? Right. The one thing I will share with you guys is even though I will get cataract surgery, I'm going to continue to wear glasses because I look weird to myself when I don't have them on. I almost said to the doctor, the eye doctor today, glasses are part of my brand. But it's true. It's true. I see my husband without my glasses on now, and he looks odd to me. Um, it's just kind of fun. But yes, I look forward to being able to see things better. Yay for taking care of ourselves. When you take care of your body, you're going to feel better. When you take care of your nervous system, you feel better. And when you feel better, it only makes sense that you will do better. You'll be kinder to yourself, chunking things down, feeling good about what you did and not so bad about what you didn't do. It's okay to carry things over. Even the people who like have the big, I'm making this up, but like a big farm, the farmer doesn't plow the fields, all the fields in one day. He has to chunk it down. Even that notion of kind of having the animals graze in one part and then they let another chunk go and then they let things like doing it in a more organic way is sustainable. You don't want to be factory farming your own life. Do not treat yourself like a machine and do not treat yourself as a something to extract resources from and leave a dry husk, leaving depletion. Do not deplete your soil. Really get back to, or maybe just do it for the first time. Really think of yourself as an organic person. I mean, animals know to stop when they're tired and they go sleeping and they sleep in a way that continues the longevity of the species. So doing the same thing. And this is how I look at it too. I will share this with you is from birth until about age 50 or so, and I use that very loosely, it's almost like when your car is under the original warranty. You have all your original parts up to a certain age. But after a certain age, those original parts may wear out And you may need to get replacement parts. It may be a tooth, it may be a cataract, it may be a knee, it may be fixing something that popped out. If you want to continue to drive to 100,000 miles, you take care of your car. It's the same thing with your human body. And it's the same thing with the quality of life and you have. The easier it is to move around your house, the easier it is to find things, the more relaxed your body is, the more relaxed your brain is. You're not always in fight or flight. When you chunk things down, when you're easy on yourself, you get stuff done too. You do. And I mean, this is why was the tortoise and the hare? Was that an Aesop's fable? I had an Aesop's fable book when I was little, but regardless, it's a wicked old story. But there's truth to it. That's why we continue reminding ourselves of it to this day. Because there is some truth to these things, and it's just good to remember. Okay, yes, it was. Okay, cool. Yeah. So notice Aesop, he's wicked old. And he was reminding us even then of chunking it down. Look at me. This is like how my tortoise would move. Slowly. But look at tortoises. They live to be hundreds of years old if they're well taken care of, or if they take care of themselves. Bunnies, not so much, not as long. But with the length of years that everybody is living nowadays, it is more important than ever to take care of your body, because you don't want to be one of those old people. There's some things we will not be able to take care of and problem solve. Shit might happen, but hedge your bets. Take care of yourself now so that you can be a person with the quality of life you want in the quantity of life. It may not happen. You know, my dad got sick. People get cancer. You can't control everything, but control what you can control. Do what you can so that you even feel good while you're living now. I have to actually, that's the thing I'm going to write down. Again, old people talk is send that picture to the dermatologist. Write down dermatologist. My mother, who's in her 80s, rails at the fact that she is spending so much of her time of her life just taking care of her body, going to the eye doctor, going to physical therapy, going to the dentist. She's railing against it. And so when I was on the and I understand the frustration in a way. And what I say to myself right now is, yeah, this is the season of life where I will need to take more of my time to take care of my body than I used to. And I reminded my sister, who's 5 years younger, to instead of railing against it, if you just acknowledge it and make it part of the cycle of this era of your life, it's going to be just like doing the dishes. That doing it will ensure that you have clean dishes and a good body, you know? Oh, Melissa, yeah. Don't list stuff on eBay, silly. Don't list stuff on eBay. I mean, you've been up since 5 a.m. Let's get some context, okay? You are not a machine. You're a human being. You've been up since 5 a.m. and you had your store visit, okay? What made there's a part of your brain that thought you had more gas, that you would have more gas in your tank than at this time than you do. But I'm exhausted. I've exhausted the energy I have after working 2 doubles. You do need to lay down and have your leg up. Okay? Yeah. Hey, this is fun. Patty M and Carla Jane, I just saw that. I totally will. Patty M is doing a kind of a riff on what we're going to do with the costume party. She said, I did a video chat with my sister-in-law trying on dresses, keep and toss. It made it fun for both of us. What a great idea. What a great idea. Do you have somebody in your life that you could do that with? Cool. If not, you know who might be able to do it with you is somebody from the Pen Pal Club, if you're part of the Pen Pal Club. What a cool idea. All right. Carla Jane is asking me to talk about nickels and dimes, nickels and dimes, nickels, nickels, nickels. How I love that clinking sound. What I want to suggest to you is this. Yeah. And sometimes, no, and sometimes you just have to stop or you will exhaust yourself. All the time, you need to stop or you will exhaust yourself. It's like it's driving your car and running out of gas. It's the same thing. So Carla Jane is asked for a request, and that is to talk about the kind of what we call a fast nickel or a slow dime. Now, I'm going to give attribution and credit where credit is due. If you are ever looking for high end and quality, I feel like I'm kind of morphing into like a paid advertisement. It's not, but if you're looking for high end and quality vintage clothing, try Melena's Vintage. Located in downtown Westchester, PA, Melena offers designer, one of a kind, and handmade garments. Try her stuff today. I know she's on TikTok and YouTube stuff. She's awesome. I've bought things from her. I've sold things from her. Okay. And what I want to suggest to you is she's the one who said to me, I say to people, do you want a quick nickel or a slow dime? And what that means is, especially ideally, it's if you think you're going to make money from your stuff, you might be able to, but it will take you longer to get to destination decluttered if you factor in the making of money as the journey, as the road you're going to take. And I mean this by you can make a small amount of money in a shorter amount of time, or make no money at all. Or you can want to make some money, but it will take longer. And it's a decision that you can make. One of the ways I was thinking about it recently was kind of like looking at the road trip metaphor and I got to look backwards because the way that this is I'm too tired to figure out lefts and rights. You're starting here, right? And you want to head to your destination decluttered. This straight line that I have here is really just for effect. It is not a straight line from where you are now to your decluttered because nothing is straight in nature. Even all the roads that we make are not straight, but it's more like a choose your own adventure. The more direct path, the quicker way to get to destination decluttered is to not sell, is to donate, is to let go of without having to add the detour of getting payment for your items. So I don't say this in any kind of judgment way. I just kind of say it as you get to choose your own adventure. You get to choose the road you take and decide whether you want to sell things. It will take you longer. That's the slow dime. The quick nickel is more like for Milena, she would be like, I will buy all this from you and here's what I will offer you. You may be able to get more per piece garment if you sell it yourself than what I will offer you, because the people who are going to sell it for you, I think we were also talking about this with Replacements Limited for dishes and whatnot. The people who buy it from you who resell need to have that buffer between this is the price and this is my profit. Okay? Yeah. So I just offer to you. And yay, Carla Jane, I'm glad this was life-changing for you. Yeah. Patty M., I am so glad you're part of this group. I'm so glad everybody's a part of this group. And you know what's cool about this group is we have had very few. The percentage of trolls we have had is almost non-existent. Almost non-existent, you know? And the way we are able to get together and support each other across states. I know because I know many of you because we are coaching or we have coached. I see Pennsylvania represented. I know Massachusetts is here. I know Delaware is here. I know Oklahoma is here. I know Alabama is here. Arizona tuned in. There was California. There was Connecticut. Did I miss your state? If I missed your state, maybe Florida? Any states I didn't list, put them in the comments. How cool is it that we can? Ohio, Danielle is in Ohio. Judy Dukes is in Ohio. Gosh, maybe you guys are next door neighbors and you don't even know it, right? So isn't this cool? Aren't we lucky to live in a time where we, unlike any other time in the history of humanity, let that sink in. We have the opportunity to, like magic, communicate with people across thousands of miles with just the click of a button. Isn't that magic? Anybody from any generation, 100 years ago, they would have said, "You're crazy." So even though it doesn't look like the Jetsons out there, and maybe if you've got a mid-century modern house, it might look like that on the inside, but this is kind of Jetsonian, the way that we are able to connect over the states and over the miles. Heck, we even have an international member of Narelle. Narelle is from Australia. So think of how cool it is, how lucky we are to have a group of friends, a community, folks that are nice and caring for themselves and caring for each other. Yeah. And did I mention Alabama? I did. And I believe, Leslie, I was thinking of you when I said Connecticut. I love that Danielle and Judy are like, dude, I had no idea. I think that's one of the reasons why um, Kara and I tend to chat a lot, is because we're both from Massachusetts and like mid-century stuff. Carla Jane says, this group of people has truly helped me get up in the morning and given me a reason to show up and do the things. I'm not joking. I promise you, accountability is real. Yeah. And you know what it really does too? And Leslie says, great way to end the day. And you're right. We got about 4 minutes or so. Hell, I love this group any time of day. Community. Community. Human beings are a pack animal. There are very few animals on the planet that truly survive independently. And I offer to you, this is our pack. And it helps us all survive and not lose our shit when we have community to rev us up when we're feeling low and calm us down when we're getting a little bit too out there, railing us in and letting us go. And so just think of what a good person you must be to be part of a community. What a caring person. And we need more caring, kind people in the world. We have a lot of them, but fear can get in the way. And how neat is it that we have all found each other? And again, I go back to isn't it ironic, don't you think, that the thing that we think is the thing that's the bane of our existence, oh my gosh, that clutter, but without it, we all never would have met each other. No, we might have, but you never know. Having something in common with somebody brings you together. Not having any common interests keeps you disconnected. Yeah. It's like the rain. Exactly. Exactly. Honored to be included. Yeah. And we're all worthy of being included in here. And you know how we are. It's almost like Yahoo Dore, Yahoo Dore. You know, when they have the Grinch Who Stole Christmas and they had all the Who's in Whoville, they open up the circle and they hold another hand and somebody comes over and they're not playing that stupid game from when I was growing up of Red Rover. No, somebody wants to join the circle. The circle remains unbroken. We will break the circle to make it bigger and include somebody else, you know? And so think about that. Think about that. All right. You know what I'm going to think about? My eyes are tired. My throat is tired. So I'm going to sign off now. But at 9:01, the email is going to go out for the costume party. I don't have any way to RSVP. Yeah, go to bed. Honking shoes, as we say in our house. Tomorrow morning, actually, 12 hours from now, we're going to do it all over again, people. We're going to do it all over again at 8 o'clock in the morning. Yes, here we are at wdecluttered.com, wdestinationdecluttered.com. We have an 8 a.m. TikTok live tomorrow. So set your alarms, kiddies. Set your alarms. Get some good sleep. Go have sweet dreams. And let's get together tomorrow morning, and do the same thing over and over again. Start the morning with intentions and leave with good feelings. Good night, everybody. That was my Donnie and Marie ending, okay? All right, folks. This was so much fun. What a good group of people. I'll see you tomorrow.